So here we have some— oh, wait, what? Hello, fighters! Rustmarrow here, and today we're going to be opening a box of Extra Booster 10, The Mysterious Fortune. So this set features the clans used by the members of Eska, with Great Nature, Gold Paladin, and Neo Nectar. In particular, I'm pretty looking forward to the Neo Nectar support in this booster, because I used to play the Arbor Dragons back in the original series, so I think it's pretty cool to see their new iteration in the brand new V Series. So here we have some— oh, wait, what? Right in the first pack? Why do you do this to me? Like, stop! I just got caught off guard by that. Anyway, it looks like we are already starting off with our very first with our VR of this box, which is gonna be the Knight of Fury, Agravain. On Vanguard, when this unit attacks, cost Counterblast 1 and move all of your rear guards into your soul. Look at cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of rear guards that you called this turn. Call as many of them as you want to rear guard and shuffle your deck. On Vanguard, cost Soul Blast 12. During this fight, your opponent cannot call units other than normal units, and this includes Superior Call. So that is essentially going to instantly block your opponent from calling any trigger units, whether it's to the back row as boosters or whether it's onto the Guardian Circle to guard. So it's pretty slow in its setup because you need that Soul Blast 12 of course, but the moment you get it off, it's going to be pretty devastating. So here we've got a plant token. I think this is the same as the older ones we got in the previous Neo Nectar booster. So yes, pretty cool. We managed to get Agravain, but unfortunately the VR that I really wanted to get from this set was definitely Arboros Dragon Sephirot, the VR for Neo Nectar, but as we know, just because we've got a VR doesn't mean we can't pull an SVR. So nice, we've just pulled, wait a minute, is this the normal? The power is only 5k though. Let me take a closer look at this. Right, okay, this is just another new art version of the older, weaker plant token. It's not one of the special plant tokens with both boost. This is one of the special plant tokens right here with both boost and intercept. So I think the difference is that, let me find the one I got just now, give me a sec. Right, so the normal ones only have like one plant in them, but the boosted ones have like 3. So let's hope we get the other one with like the 3 potted plants like they show in the anime as well. So next, very nice, our next triple rare is going to be for Neo Nectar, and I believe this is the Peony Musketeer Martina. And with that, yep, the usual commons at the back of the stack. On Vanguard, once per turn, cost Soul Blast 1 and retire one of your rear guards. Look at the top 5 cards from your deck, call one of them to rear guard and shuffle your deck. On rear guard, during the turn that this unit was placed on rear guard from the deck, this unit gets power plus 5k and critical plus 1. So typical Neo Nectar shenanigans right there, getting your superior calls from the deck and then benefiting off of them. So I'm not, well, I think we are intended to play both the Musketeers and the Arboros Dragons together, but I'm not sure how well they fit, because for Arboros Dragon what you want to get is really the tokens, right? Not really like other rear guards, although I guess they can be powerful, especially if you get something like Martina. And our next double rare, our first double rare actually, is going to be a grade 3 with a force marker for Neo Nectar. Fruits Assort Dragon. On Vanguard and Rearguard during your turn, this unit's power increases by the total power of all grade 0 rear guards that you have on your field. So that is pretty sick, especially if you have a large amount of plant tokens on your field. So I feel like Neo Nectar always has these like grade 3 double rare options that benefit off of having like loads of plant tokens. For the previous Neo Nectar booster, it was it Maiden of Trailing Rose, the one that really powers up all of your plant tokens, so you basically have like 3 50k columns. And for this one we have Fruits Assort Dragon, in which case it powers up itself. Our next double rare is a Gold Paladin, Full Cavalier Dragon. On Vanguard and Rearguard once per turn, cost Soul Blast 1, look at the top card of your deck, call it to Rearguard, and during this turn, one of your Vanguards gets power plus 5k. So, well, to be honest, let me just rearrange the cards a bit. We'll have VRs on the extreme left, followed by triple rares, and then double rares on the right over here. So So, of the 3 clans in this set, I think Gold Paladin is probably the one I am least hyped about, even though I really like Agravain's skill, which basically affects the opponent for the entire fight. But Full Cavalier Dragon's effect kind of reminds me of like Badak Car, but it's like a slightly better version, and I guess it does give you like more... It basically... Oh, wait a minute. We just got our Arboros Dragon Ratoon, the Grade 0 for the Arbor Dragon build. Moving on to the next pack, but yes, that Full Cavalier Dragon will give you that additional call in order to basically pump up Agravain's first effect for the Soul Devouring and then being able to call more from the top of your deck. So I would think it's really indispensable for the Agravain strategy. Another triple plant token. I don't think we're going to get a foil in this set. Yup, and there we go. Moving on to the next one. Yeah, so the text on Vanguard cards is so big that I can read them through the camera, so I don't really have to set it such that, like in my older openings, I always set it so that my focus was set to a fixed level, so that causes the cards in the background to become a little bit blur. But now I'm trying out this new combination of settings where it's basically set to autofocus, because I can basically just read the cards like this. So now we have a double rare for Great Nature. Is that our first Great Nature pull? Yes, it is. Daring Scientist Mari Martin. When placed on Vanguard or Rear Guard, cause Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Put the top card of your deck in the drop zone, and based on what type of card it was, apply the following effect. If it was a normal unit, during this turn your opponent cannot intercept. And if it was a trigger unit, retire all of your opponent's rear guards in the same column as this unit. So that is pretty good, I think, especially since you're gonna have like you're gonna play this card with Isabelle definitely, so you basically can get off both effects. So then you don't have to worry about the positioning so much. But before your Isabelle goes online, I feel like the positioning is pretty iffy, because you want to put it in a column where you get to basically retire your opponent's most valuable rear guards, but then you're not really sure if you'll actually be able to get off that effect in the first place. So that's the tricky part about playing that card, I guess. But you could say the same thing applies to all of the Great Nature units, because you have to place them down to activate their effects, but you don't really know which one of their effects will trigger, whether it's the normal one or the trigger one. But thanks to Isabelle, we can now basically get over this weakness and basically unleash the full potential of this deck. So wow, that's a lot of packs with no foils. Right now, I would say that between Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard, I'm really in a Vanguard mood and like thinking of the effects and how good they are like much more often in my free time. Basically because I'm in my Vanguard EX playthrough now, and you know how it's like when you're, oh nice, we got the triple plant token, although I have to say I think they're pretty ugly. But oh well, at least you managed to get one. Well, whenever you're playing a card game a lot, you'll definitely get into the mood for that card game specifically, so I don't think it's too surprising. And next we have a Grade 2 Hamasuke's rival, Hamuhiko of the Red-Blue Pencil. When placed on Vanguard or Rear Guard, cost Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add one of them to your hand, and put the other one in your drop zone. On Vanguard or Rear Guard once per turn, when a card is moved from your deck to the drop zone, you can have this unit gain power plus 5k for the turn. So, typical support for the same old Great Nature strategy. And now we are moving on to the final pack. So, I think it's pretty unlikely at this point, but here's hoping that we manage to get an Arboros Dragon Sephirot SVR from this. Or if we get... Actually, I think it's just going to be a triple rare. If that's the case, I can't remember if any of the other Arboros Dragons, the Grade 1 or Grade 2, are triple rare, but I don't think we'll get anything. Yes, we got a triple rare, and it's the Little Fighter Tron for Gold Paladin. So on a whole, this whole box didn't really respond to my wants, but let's take a look at this guy. He's a Grade 1. When placed on Rear Guard, cost Counterblast 1 during this turn. This unit gets power plus 5k, which will basically make it strong enough to hit a 13k by itself, so that's not too shabby. On Vanguard or Rear Guard, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, if your Vanguard is the same grade or less than your opponent's, look at the top card of your deck and call it to Rear Guard. So I'm not too sure how to feel about this effect, because, well, This basically means that you can't really apply it in the early game if you go first, so then you're always one grade higher than your opponent, at least until the point where both you and your opponent are grade 3, then the restriction doesn't matter anymore. But once you're grade 3 and you're trying to rush your opponent down with your XL strategies, your opponent won't really be willing to take attacks from you anymore. So won't it be really difficult to get this off? Like, that's just my whole feel. Like, I don't think this card is that great. But with that, we've come to the end of all of the packs of this booster box opening. Time to check out our obligatory gift marker pack, and we have a new Art Force 2 and a new Art XL2. Literally, that's it. Isn't there supposed to be at least a Protect 2 and one with the artwork? But as I mentioned in my previous video, I don't think these designs look really nice with the art on them. I really like just the original base designs like these, so I guess I'll just take them. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like and let me know what you guys think about these new cards in the comment section down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more Vanguard V Series booster box and product openings on the day of release. Our next release is going to be our yearly obligatory Bermuda Triangle support pack, Extra Booster 11 Crystal Melody on December 20th. Once again, since I don't collect or play Bermuda Triangle at all, whatever I pull from that box is going to be up for giveaway, so make sure you guys mark your calendars and subscribe so that you guys don't miss it and stand a chance to win an entire box, open box of Bermuda Crystal Melody. And with that, hope to see you guys in the next Vanguard video. Shh. Wake up call, look ahead and step towards the light, shining so unwavering and bright. Meet all your foes head on and play hard, open up the path that is